Hello everyone, welcome to today's NUO webinar. My name is EJ, and today our topic is the NUO Crystal 2.1. And in today's online webinar, we will cover the new features of Crystal 2.1 and of course, what's the benefits of those new features. Okay. So let's start it. Okay, so this is the system topology of Crystal 2.0. Okay, so as you can see that we have a recording server which we use to connect to the cameras and the I/O devices. And we also have metadata server, which we use for pause and access control. And once we connect those two with the management server, and we can use the new client to access the management server and, of course, see the video, watch the playback, and use all the features of the Crystal. Okay, so I'm not going to talk too much about the Crystal 2.0 since we already have a previous webinar specifically for the Crystal 2.0. So I will talk more about the Crystal 2.1 today. Okay, so this is Crystal 2.1, and since we want to target the enterprise solution, use the NUO Crystal. So we add few more features to enhance the reliability and the functionality of Crystal. The first one, of course, is the recording failover server. So this function allows us to the system can keep recording, of course, when there is a server failure. And the second one is the system overview. I believe as a security manager or a system administrator, it is quite important to keep monitor your system status, your server health status all the time. And I believe that the system overview can greatly help you on it. And another is that the Crystal 2.1 now officially support our all-in-one box 808. So this is basically the combination of our previous product C31A and the I/O box C24, 26, and 28. Okay, so the last feature is the volume self failover. So the volume self failover is a new mechanics that allows the user or the system to keep recording even when there is a certain hard disk failure. Okay, so basically those are the new 4 major features, and I will go through them one by one in today's webinar. So the recording failover, I will talk about this. So the recording failover server have 3 major features. Is that the first one is the N+M structure, which allows the recording failover more efficient and reliable. Okay. The second one is that the built-in services. So it made the failover server very easy to install, to deployment. And the last one is, of course, it doesn't need any extra license. So once you upgrade to the Crystal 2.1, you can have this feature. You don't need to buy any extra license. But please notice that this is only available for the Crystal Ultimate license. So what is N plus M structure? So here is the picture to help you understand. On the left side, you can see this is the N plus 1 structure. So on the right hand, we have the N plus M structure, which we use for in the Crystal 2.1. And when there's server failure on the left side, you can see, okay, now originally we have 8, now we have 7 servers. So, but since we have failover server, so we can use the failover server to recovery, so no problem. However, if there is another server failure in the first server group, the N plus 1 structure will not be able to take over this kind of situation, because in the N plus 1 structure, the first 8 recording server use all the same failover servers. So if there's more than one server failure in the first server group, you cannot the other failover server cannot take over the recording job. Okay, so but since we use the N plus M here, if there's no matter how many recording server failure, we can take over it, no problem. So the benefit is that with N plus N structure, failover servers can failover for all the recording servers in the system, which means it is more efficient and more reliable. So think about it. If you use the N plus 1 structure, you buy 4 failover servers, and 3 of them will just do nothing in this case. So another benefit is this is a built-in service, which means it's very easy to deployment. You just log into the new client and go to the property, and then you will see that option there that you can choose to enable the service, which kind of a service type do you want to use for this server. Okay, so once you choose the failover server, and you can see in the config page, you can see that the failover server will show in the user interface. Please notice that the recording server and the failover server has to be separated, which means that one single server cannot be those 2 roles at the same time. Okay, so unlike the management server, recording server, and metadata server, all those 3 services can be enabled in one single server. But in this case, the failover server and the recording server has to be separated to different server. Okay, so this is the failover group. So it is normal status, and you can see if the failover server is on duty, the icon will change. Okay, so let's move to the next important feature, which is the system overview. So talk about a system overview is that, what is it? So it's basically a server and a device overview, which allows the user to monitor your system efficiently. So as a security manager, you want to know the status of all your server, of your devices. Are they still recording? Are they still connected to your to the system? you want to know all about this at any time. And this is the feature that can help you on it. First, of course, is the server overview. Okay, so once you go to the system overview page and you click on it, you will see a long list that listed all the servers in your system. And you can see the connection status, the server IP, the server 分位 version, the volume group status, the time zone, database status, and so on. And on the left side, there's a system overview tree, and you can see the icon will also indicate the status of the server. And the next one is the device overview. So the different part is that device list is under the recording server. So once you click on it, you will see this page will show. And in this page, you can see all the device name, the connection status, video device name, camera brand, camera model, and of course the most important one is the recording status. It can even tell you that what kind of recording type do you use for this camera, and its frame rate, its bitrate. So it's very easy for the administrator to control the whole situation, and for troubleshooting, of course. In this page, you can very easy to know that what's wrong with your system. Why is the camera is not showing any image? It's very easy for the administrator to monitor the whole system's health status. Okay, so the last part is that if you click on the arrow on the left side, it will pop out a drop-down list. So you can choose which you want to see in the this overview page, and which you don't want to see in this page. Okay. So the next one is about the I/O box. The I/O box, we call it the A08. So basically, it's a input and output I/O box, and now our Crystal 2.1 we can officially fully support it. So it's an all-in-one I/O box. So you don't need, if you want to connect to the POS machine, you can use it. And if you want to use as I/O box, you can also use it. And it supports, of course, supports a TCP/IP connection. So it's the spec of it. Okay, so and it's also very easy to install. You just go to the config page, go to the property, and you press the plus button here. And then choose the model as SCP A08. Put the IP address and the port and the address ID in it, and then you will see the A08 controller on the left side of the device tree. Okay, so the last part I want to talk about a new feature is that the volume cell failure. I think it's a very important feature because it allows user to, even if there is a hard disk failure, the system will keep the recording. It will not stop recording. Okay, so and there are few scenarios I want to introduce right now. The first scenario is that the volume cell failover. What does it mean? Okay, so this is the volume group page. So whenever there is a one volume failure, and there's another volume in the same volume group, the recording server will automatically use another volume group to keep the recording job. So it will not stop recording, and it will not affect your recording schedule. It will keep recording as long as there's still another volume in the same volume group. So this is the first scenario. Okay. So another scenario is that the volume group failover. What is the volume group failover? In this case, if both volume of your first volume group are all broken, need to be replaced. In this case, the recording server will automatically assign all those cameras to another volume group and to keep recording. So it means that as long as you have more than one volume group in your system, your recording should be safe, because single volume group failure will not affect and cause you the stop recording issue. Okay, this is the third scenario, which is we call, of course, the recording server failover. As I mentioned before, the recording server failover feature. So if there's no available volume group, no available volume group in the same recording server, the system will use the failover server to take over the recording job. So with the volume self failover, we can say that your recording should be very safe, even if there is a hard disk failure, or someone removed the hard disk, or even there is a server failure. The recording should keep going. And of course, on the different kind of situation, we can use those hard disk related issue as the event type to trigger the action. So what kind of a new event type can Crystal support? Okay, the first one is fail to write to drive. Usually indicates that there is an I/O error on a physical hard drive, or there's a hard drive error message generated from the Linux. And in this kind of situation, the system can trigger another action. The other one is the volume group no functional volume. It means that a used volume group is empty without available volume to record, and this event can be triggered by incorrect configuration or by runtime volume failure. If you see this kind of situation, users should check the volume group setting as soon as possible. Okay, so another one is the volume operation error. It usually happens when there is I/O error on a logical volume. So this is a software error message generated from the recording module, and of course, in this kind of situation, you will trigger the alarm. And the last part is the recording module error. And of course, it's just like it said, there's an error from the recording module. So this is a very important event, and you may want to use it to trigger an alert. So what kind of alert can we trigger? And here, we can trigger three kind of different alert. First one is email to multiple contact. Of course, you can use, as long as you set the SMTP server, you can send a notification email to your contact. And another one is that if you connected the server to any DO devices, it can trigger the DO device. And the last one is a play alert sound. And in the near future, we should add another one is that if there is any volume-related issue, a user can see there is a pop-out warning message in the new client. It's not available in current firmware version 2.1 yet, but it should be available in the next release, which is version 2.1.4. Should be the release next month. Okay, so after today's webinar, we go through the 4 major new features: the recording failover server, the system overview, the A08, and the last one, the volume self failover. So with all those new features, I believe that it can greatly enhance the reliability and the functionality for Crystal Titan, which is targeting for your enterprise solutions. Thank you. Sir, we will take, everyone will thank you for your participate today, and we will take a 2 minutes break, and if you have any further question, feel free to ask.